Is going to have to develop as a quarterback because he did not play a lot last year, but he's got the arm. There's no doubt about it. Tripped almost, but here comes David Hernandez down to about the 10-yard line. Steve, refresh me. Go back a few years in Texas. I can only remember back to '86 when I moved to the Valley. But how did the playoff system back in the '80s? What did you have to do to qualify for the playoffs? Did you have to win your district, or was there 2 teams from the district? I know when I came down here, it was 2 teams from the district.
Right. It has been 2 teams per district, but I didn't play football. I played basketball and ran track and baseball, so I didn't really get to know how it worked. But I know basketball, every 5A school, and we'll get back to it just a second after this play.
Inside hand up. No, Davila on the run to the end zone. Touchdown, Steve Davila around the corner, a quarterback keeper. And with 3:48 to go in the third quarter, the Panthers have driven the ball down the field again, scored another touchdown. This extra point is crucial.
Well, we got to talk about the offense, and they must have the same blue-collar mentality because they worked hard to bring the ball all the way across the field.
Well, this time he went around the left side instead of the right side. He had a trailing running back, I believe Hernandez again, but this time they did not bite on Steven. In other words, they let him continue running, and he did. He just turned the corner, went on in and scored.
Well, all of a sudden, Steven Davila becoming a crucial running back as well, and very potent when you can do both.
Here's the kick. Is it good?
It's
yes.
good.
You know, and this shows one of the things, we'll get back to our other discussion later, but this is a character. Panthers go up 7-0. Mission comes back and scores 21 unanswered points. Weslaco is down 21-7 late in the first half. This is a lot of character, and this is a sign of a good team. The ability not to just roll over and give up, but to come back and keep coming back.
And the coaching staff as well, to be able to go in at halftime, motivate their kids to get a little bit more out of them, to be able to bring back a situation like we have now where the game is essentially 0-0.
That is, it's dead even, and the Panthers look like they have regained that momentum that they had early on in the ballgame. And really what spurred it this time, Steve, was the running game again like it did in the first half. So it's a back and forth game. But what I like though about the touchdown pass to Zach Nieto though is the ability, if they have to, they can throw the long strike.
That's right, and it's going to confuse the Mission Eagles because they know that they can come at any direction. They can go on the ground, they can go in the air, and they can be potent at either one.
And I'll be honest with you, Mission has only themselves to blame for this because we can remember 2 just unbelievably drop passes that were right there that would have kept their drive going, and the momentum might have been going the other way because if they would have gone up 28-14, it's a different ball game then.
Oh yeah.
But the Panthers opportunistic, and that's what the good teams can do. They can take advantage of the mistakes of the other team and do something with them. Not just take them over, but do something with them. There's another, the strategy is to kick that squibbler, and now he touches the ball back at about the 5-yard line, and there's a big block in the back but nothing called. Back to about the 2-yard line. They got him at the 5 or 6. Huge special teams play. Thought there was going to be a penalty down here on a block in the back, but then nothing was called.
Yeah, Zach Nieto was hit sort of off to the side. Zach was hit. You're right, it should have been somewhat of a clipping call, but you heard the audience go, ooh, and it caused a reaction.
Well, we have an injury on a Mission player, and boy, they came out the field in a hurry. He is down. I'm not sure who it is, but he went down in a hurry. But that was huge for the Panthers because I like their kicking style. They're getting a good long kick, but those are hard to field.
Yep.
They are really hard to field because it's a lot easier to focus on a ball coming in the air at you than it is when it's a line drive. And
that pigskin just squabbles all over the field. You never know which direction it's going to go. So
it's a live ball.
It's hard to field the ball like that. It's not like baseball at a shortstop position where it's coming right at you at full speed. This ball could turn any direction. That's what makes football more exciting.
It's interesting. We were talking a little bit earlier about the playoff system. You say they've gone from 2 now. It's gone to 3.
Right.
3 teams per district. As I was saying before, I come from the state of Michigan where they've, when I played ball, there was no playoffs. You had no playoffs back in the 60s. But later on, they went to a playoff system. It became very complicated. You got so many points for beating like a 5A school, so many for a 4A, and so on. Now the situation is if you play a 9-game schedule and win 6 of them, or if you play a 8-game schedule and win 5 of them, you're automatically in the playoffs. it puts a lot more teams in the playoffs, and it creates some interesting situations. But every state, California, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Texas, has a different system, Oklahoma. And so, it's interesting all the different kind of playoff systems that are in regard. And I still am waiting for NCAA Division I to kind of get their act together and have a playoff. They're the only sport in the NCAAs that doesn't really have a true playoff system.
Well, I remember in basketball, I played all the way up to my senior year, and we had to play every major school in you won district. You truly won from one end of the valley to the other because there were a lot fewer schools back then. Brownsville had
three schools.
Brownsville had Pace, Hanna, and Porter, and San Benito had one team. Harlingen had one team. Weslaco, Mission, 2 McAllen teams, 1 PSJA team. And so Edinburgh had only one team, and so you had to play up against everybody from one end to the other, and it was a different situation altogether.
Well, here we go. Mission now with their worst field position of the night, and they are back on their own 5-yard line. Boy, they've got the field spread, don't they? Three receivers. Well, it's kind of like everything else, but now they're so far back, and now the Panther defense, if they can do something here, can make things interesting. Silva's going to drop, lofts a long one up. Can they get to it? No. Good pass, good effort that time, but the pass was just a little bit too long, and the receiver who was running down the sideline on his side of the field, on the Mission side, unable to get to it. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from their own 5-yard line.
Lionel Lucio right there, every step of the way.
Now there's a guy that's a wrestler, Lionel Lucio. I believe he's an all-district or all-state wrestler last year, wasn't he? One of the better ones, yeah.
We've got a lot of good players coming back, a lot of good wrestlers coming back from Weslaco High School. I know East High School has a contingency of wrestling athletes, so.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good at wrestling. All right, here we go. Silva, now he's going to do the quarterback draw, and good tackle by the Panthers, but not before a 1st down at about the 16-yard line, but they're letting a lot of the holding and the...
Vince Lozano, number 55, was total. It was so obvious from any perspective, but you gotta give these guys in the zebra stripes
their first game too.
They can't catch everything, and we see a lot from up in the stands, but they're right in the thick of things, and so we still got to take our hats off to them.
That was a big play for Mission because they were down in their own 5-yard line. And it looked like Silva was going to trip and fall again that time, Steve. Looked like it was a little slippery out there, but he was able to recover and bring it up to the 16. Now it's 1st down and 10 from there. Mission, Silva, he's going to run again. Now he's going to throw down the field, and
they're trying to get
number 37 for the Panthers. Let's see what that is, who that number belongs to.
Well, there is no 37 on the roster. There's 36.
For the Panthers?
Yeah.
You got the Mission roster there.
No, I'm looking at 37.
Okay. So 37 for Weslaco. We don't have a 37?
We go from 36 to 40, so no 37.
All right. We always have a mystery player anyway.
Well, like I said, Mission looking for that interference call, but
well, I guess that's a payback for the last call that didn't make on the that sometimes happens. The ref will never tell you to do that, but it does happen. Silva again. This time he looks the other way and he's still going to run. This time the Panthers have got him. And now what Silva's doing, he's not staying back there in the pocket as long as he was earlier, and he's taking off a little quicker. I think the Panthers are sensing that if they just cover him for a little bit in the secondary, that this guy is going to take off and try to run.
Enrique Reyes, he's the man to give that score to. He wrapped him up, took him down.
3rd down and about 12 or 13 to go. Ball is back at about the 13, between the 12 and the 13. This quarter has gone rather quickly, Steve. We're down to the 2:10 mark of the 3rd quarter already, but neither team is really throwing it. Well, Mission has thrown a few passes. Well, I don't think we've passed the ball this half. We ran the ball. We've only had the ball once.
Working out of a shotgun.
Exactly. 3rd down and long. Silva's going to roll to his right. Is he going to take off? No, over the middle. He's got a man out there. 1st down at about the 31-yard line, and one more time they convert on a huge 3rd down play. Number 8 on the reception for Mission.
Well, they're spreading out the defensive backfield. you just send that many guns out to look for catching or to look for passes, and well, we're hearing the score again. We're hearing the Weslaco East scores. That's always kind
still 6-0.
They must have been.
Well, with all the rain and the thunder, that field might be a mess over there. You never know. All right, first down and 10 as Mission had a huge third down deficit, and they made it up on a nice pass play from Silva.
Right up the middle.
Yep. One man in the backfield. He's got the ball, and he's still going. He breaks 3-4 tackles, and he's still going. One man between him and the end zone. Now the Panther chases on. They get him out of it.
Oh.
No, he's still going. He's all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Mission.
There's a flag right about the 50-yard line, and I bet you that's a clipping call. They're going to bring it back.
Might be. Holding or a clip. Yep, the man in the white hat will make the indication. Holding. Oh, my. But that's not good to the Panthers. I mean, he broke a lot of tackles going down the field.
I saw that one holding call, and I don't know if our replay could pick it up, but, they're grabbing the jersey and holding him back, and it's really obvious too many times.
Well, that's going to bring it. Now, he's going to get some gain out of it because the holding penalty will be from the spot of the foul. So he might pick up some yardage on this, but he don't get the touchdown. Yeah,
the spot of the foul was just shy of the 50-yard line, and so they're moving back about 10, 15 yards from there.
Back to about the 37. He picked up. The overall gain will probably be about 7 or 8 yards. I think it still stays first down because I don't think you lose the down on first down, but now they're moving the sticks and showing first down. I'm not sure what this is all about.
No, they're moving
confusing.
It's still first down. The sticks stay the same.
Right. But that was a huge break for the Panthers because that was a long, long run on just a draw play. And Mission's offense has kind of kicked it into high gear here too. There goes Silva again. And cutting it back against the grain, and here we go again. And the Panthers are going to bring him down finally at the 45. Right now, the Panthers are having a hard time on the tackling end.
Diego got to see on number 46.
Diego is
he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah. Sophomore,
junior.
He
was the last man standing there before, and we have an injury on the field as well.
Another Mission timeout. Score 21-21. We're just under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
In after-school programs, your kids will find the hero inside themselves. Let us know you want after-school programs in your area. Call 1-800-USA-LEARN.
These kids are in trouble. They're not getting high on drugs or stealing. If they were, you'd do something about it right now. But why is it almost half of all parents who suspect their child has a problem learning wait a year or more before getting help? Why? Kids with learning disabilities are smart. They just learn differently. Call now. The sooner you get help, the better the chance your kid has.
All right, Terry, we're back. There was an injury on the field. But
that one wasn't too bad, I guess, compared to the other one. He ran off on his own power and he just got his bell rung. 59 seconds to go, as we mentioned. They're moving the ball. There must have been a penalty on that play because, boy, they're moving the ball way down to the 29-yard line. What happened there? We missed that one. Where did that penalty come from?
Terry, I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, he gained some yardage, but there must have been like a personal foul or something because now I don't even know what the penalty is. He put his arms behind his back. That must be a new signal I've never seen before. But anyway, it cost the Panthers a lot of yards. First down now. They were all the way back, remember, at the 5-yard line when they started this drive?
Yep.
They're already at the Panther 30, so this is a huge, huge drive after the Panthers had come back, took the momentum away, and tied this ball game up. Silva again, looking, got a man in the middle. Fumble. I don't think he really had possession of the ball, but that was good timing by the Panther defenders to wait till when he just touched it, they really hammered him up.
Popped it.
A big-time pop.
Well, we're getting a good look at the band, and there's some of a young group that enjoy coming out to Football Friday. They are just as important a part of this Friday night game than as anything else.
So here we go. It is second down, but I'll tell you what, every time they've had a big down, Mission has responded. They have not punted the ball too many times tonight, or certainly not here in the second half. Second down and 10. Silva, I believe, is out of the shotgun this time with one running back with him. And he fakes it. He's still got the ball. He's looking to throw over the middle and kind of threw on the run. It looked like he might have been off balance when he threw it, but it is 3rd down and 10. And these big 3rd down plays, like I said, a team's ability to convert 3rd down really makes or breaks you through the season.
Well, their quarterback is doing a great job of cutting back and just creating more opportunities for the team to get the ball further. I mean, every time he goes for a pass and he sees a defender coming his way, he cuts in one way or the other and creates and gives himself a lot more time to find options. Well,
the first quarter, he was a little shaky, but I'll tell you what, he found himself, and since then, he's played a pretty good ball game. 3rd down and 10 for the Mission Eagles. Once again, that spread offense and out of the shotgun. Now they're going to call timeout. That's huge, too, because with 32 seconds, Steve, that is their second timeout that they've called here in the second half. They've only got one left, and if we get down to a close ball game in the fourth quarter, that could be very key.
Yeah, that's going to be transitional or pivotal for them to coming down, winding the clock, and not being able to have control. And a lot of times the teams with more timeouts at the end are the teams that are able to adjust and make the right calls to go into the last, especially if the game is close at the end.
Well, not only that, but if they find themselves behind and they have to stop the clock, so to speak, to kind of force Weslaco into something, they're not going to be able to stop the clock. They've got one left in the ballgame.
That's right. Well, there's your coaching strategies at work. Cheerleaders doing a great job out there. I've seen the mascot several times on our cameras, trying to get the crowd to get more involved in the game, and our cheerleaders trying to get our audience out there to get a little more excited. Panthers need our audience to pick up.
We need some chance of defense or something like that.
Right?
Well, according to our scoreboard, I'm not sure how official it is. McAllen still holding on 10-7 against the Redskins, and Nicky Rowe still holding on 7-0 against the Harlingen Cardinals.
Well, McAllen Bulldogs are going to be our opponents coming up soon.
Yeah, we've got them in about another couple weeks. I think we have Mercedes next week, or I'm not sure who we got next week. I'll have to check the schedule. All right, 3rd down and 10. Here we go. Huge play for the Panther defense. Silva's going to throw. Looks to his left. Over the middle. He's got a man coming. He's got another completion. 15-yard line. Another first down. Boy, every single time they need it, they get it. Number 8 is the man that's been doing most of the reception. Is that Hernandez or Maldonado? Might be Maldonado.
Actually, that's a new guy, Keith Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez, okay.
Well, he's a junior.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, he's caught a lot of passes tonight, number 8. And one more time, they're knocking on the Panther door as Panthers have only had the ball one time in this entire quarter. And they did something with it, but Mission is certainly leading in time of possession, that's for sure. Silva's going to roll to his right, still rolling. Good effort put on. Nothing called as far as a penalty. Silva still coming, cutting back against the grain. Still on his feet over on the corner of the field, farthest away from us they can possibly get.
Well, he's making a lot of things happen out there, Terry.
Making our big guys miss, and they're going to get tired after a while chasing this youngster. But it is a big gain, maybe 7 or 8 yards down to about the 6-yard line. Second down and about 2 from there, but only 3 seconds to go here in this quarter. If they don't score, at least we'll be able to see them a little better on the other end of the field. But
there's a little better lighting thanks to the baseball stadium, and the softball field had a little bit of light spreading over.
We need to get the bakery or that business across the street there to turn their lights on, I guess.
Right.
All right, here we go. Second down and 2. Mission is threatening to take it all the way. Handoff. No, good tackle at about the 4-yard line by the Panthers. Going to be close to a first down.
Boy, Terry, if they
big number 79 in the stop for Weslaco.
If they make a first down here, that's going to give them goal to goal with only about 5 yards.
They have had the ball, Steve. They had the ball the entire third quarter, with the exception of the time the Panthers drove it down the field. Panthers had one possession. That was it. Mission is starting to run the ball a lot more, getting the big passes when they need to. But that's got to be wearing down on the defense when your defense is out there 80% of the time.
Well, and we'll find out real quick whether we got four quarters, if each of them can put out 4 quarters, because the defense has been working really hard.
This is where the conditioning really pays off right now.
That's right.
Yep, and I'm not sure the Panthers are lining up near the 10-yard line. I thought they were down to about the 3 or 4. I think they're going to move now. Yeah,
yep,
they are.
They're back.
And the ball is inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. I think they got the first down goal to go from about the 4. Where is it? About the 3-yard line, somewhere in that vicinity? 3?
Looks like at about the 3.5. How about that?
3.5. Okay. But this is huge. Remember, this drive started at their own 5-yard line after the Panthers had scored on a touchdown and drove them way back on the kickoff return. And they have taken the ball down the field untouched since then. Handoff, up the middle, touchdown. Just that easy. 1 play, 3 yards, touchdown number 28 for Mission. And 4 seconds in, they have gone ahead again, 27-21.
Well, there was nothing fancy about their play calling. You know, there was a lot of running, some passing, some pivotal calls that the openings in the backfield that created this opportunity. They just marched the ball down the field like a textbook.
Yeah, they sure did, and that's got to concern the coaches that somebody can march at 95 yards against you. That just doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't look good on their stats.
No, that's for sure, and like I said, to do it, like I said, the key there in that whole drive was how many times they were able to convert on 3rd down. The Panthers had them stop many, many times, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, and every single time they come up with a pass play to somebody and were able to get out of the hole, so to speak. Now it's 28-21, Mission back on top by 7. This will only be the 2nd time in the entire half that Weslaco has even touched the football.
Well, I think Mission knows what they have in their quarterback, because the amount of time that he spends looking for passing opportunities, you know, you hang on the ball so long, your defensive safeties are going to kind of loosen up on the guys that they're watching, and then the quarterback takes so long that the defensive guys start rushing the quarterback, leaving their guys open. One thing after another, and they're creating a lot of passing opportunities for them.
Well, what's so vital coming up right now is that team was just we were just on the field for about 7 or 8 minutes, okay? Weslaco now cannot afford to go 3 and out and put their defense right back on the field. These guys are tired, they need a break, and the offense needs to get something generated here because, like you said, you've got to help. The offense has got to help the defense has got to help the offense, and these guys on the defense, the coach is talking to them, trying to make the adjustments, but they need a break. They've been on the field a long, long time.
They sure have.
At any level, an 8-minute drive or more, that's a long drive for anybody. And 95 yards, that probably took 15 plays.
And each one of those plays, hard plays. Quarterback, chasing receivers.
Right.
95 yards, that's a lot.
Well, you know, I don't think they had more than a 50. They might have had a 15 or 17-yard play in the drive that was maybe their longest. The Panthers might stop them for 2 plays that bring up a 3rd and 10 or a 3rd and 12, and all of a sudden Mission would get a pass play, and you know, like I said, it was a very well-balanced drive. But like I said, the Panthers need to get that offense going that was so strong at the beginning of this half.
Yep. I like that point you made about giving the defense enough time to rest. So you're right. They've got to go more than just 3 and out.
Yeah, if they go 3 and out, like I said, it's just going to make it even tougher. Picked up at about the 15-yard line, right up the middle, trying to get to the outside and breaking a tackle at the 35. 40, 45, 50, still going. And down to about the 38-yard line. Huge play that time by number 23 for Weslaco.
Alonso, that's an interesting name, Navares. That's the first time I've heard that name, but great run. Great run.
He stumbled a couple times, but was able to keep it going. That was by far and away a big play. Now, the Panther offense needs to come back. They've been coming back all night long, and one more time, it might come right down to who has the ball last in this thing.
That's right.
Or, you know, you can still have overtime. Something we didn't have a few years ago in high school football. Handoff, David Hernandez. Boy, he was stopped at the line of scrimmage about the 35-yard line. Good stick that time by a Mission defender.
You know, going back to Alfonso's run, I remember, you know, you can see that his will, his upper body, and his head wanted to go a lot faster than what his legs could carry him. And,
35 for Mission is back in, I might add. Granados, he is back in the lineup. I see him out there on the field, and like I said, he was one of their. He's the one that calling the signals for the defense, a linebacker. Davila is going to run it. Oh, and he got tripped up. I think he wanted to pitch it back to Chavez, but he got tripped up and only maybe got a half a yard at most at about the 35-yard line.
Well, he did the wise thing and hanging on to the ball because he looked like he thought about just pitching it just for a second and realized he was going down. May not have had full control of the ball in terms of a pitch, so he hung on to him. That was a smart move.
Now here we go the other side. A big third down for the Panthers. 3rd and 8. Handoff. Inside, not much gain there. And they run a handoff on 3rd and 8. Maybe got a yard at most. Down to Eli Rodriguez got it down to about the 34, 33. Now we're down to a big 4th down situation. Once again, we're too close to punt. We're really too far away to try any kind of a field goal. And so this is huge for the Panthers. And really, this would come down to a 3 and out or a 4 and out if they don't make it here. Even though they did have the long run back, that defense needs a little bit of rest. They need some time on the bench there. Davila's going to throw, and no, he's not. Oh, that was huge. You almost have to dump the ball there. He had 4th down. He had nothing to lose. If it's incomplete, it's still it's 4th down. But now, first time tonight they've really sacked them, and all of a sudden now Mission has turned the momentum back their way. And really, what got this going was that 95-yard drive. They just all of a sudden got rejuvenated.
Well, linebacker Robert Granados just read the play from the start, and he came out of nowhere, blitzed right in, saw that he was going for a pass, and he was the one that eventually ended up making the tackle.
And now the Panther defense, which was just on the field a few moments ago, because really that was only 4 plays for the Panther offense, and they're off the field, and all of a sudden Mission is back out there again. And of course, no, Mission's not going to just sit on a 7-point lead. They're going to try to add to it if possible. Over that, oh, they got a man wide open, and this happened earlier in the ball game at the 20-yard line. Vega on the stop, but this has happened 3 or 4 times where somebody is just a blown coverage or whatever you want to call it. The guy's wide open down the sideline, and because you never design a play to have a receiver that open.
Man down on the Mission side. Right,
but that is huge. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line, and we saw that happen before, except for the pass was overthrown, and we kind of got a lucky break earlier. But this time that receiver was wide open, and they're kind of scooting him off the field. So I think they can get the play started up. They've taken the injured player, and I think he's off the field. I'm not sure.
Looks like a cramp the way they're trying to stretch his hamstrings. And yeah, Terry, you're right. You know, when you have a little bit of luck going one way, that always turns around the other. And opposite side of the field where we saw, like you just mentioned, the man missed the ball when he had it right in his hands. Well, same situation, except it went the other way.
Well, the offenses look good in spots tonight. I think that probably the biggest adjustments this team is going to have to make between week 1 and week 2 is try to get the defense going, because you've got to be able to stop the other team. You can score a lot, but you've got to stop the other team.
Well, I've heard coaches say many times that it's the defense that wins the game. Right. So,
well, or you might hear offense wins the games, defense wins championships, something like that.